Hi, everybody. I'm Matt Carey, and welcome to the Deadline Virtual Sundance Studio for our discussion of Primetime, premiering in World Cinema Dramatic Competition. Joining us are director and co-writer Jakub Piontek and lead actor Bartosz Bilenia. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hi there.
In this suspenseful drama, a troubled young man, who is played by Bartosz, enters a TV studio on the last day of 1999. He's armed with a gun and he takes two hostages, a TV presenter and a security guard, and then begins a very tense standoff as the countdown to the millennium continues. And for Jakub, initially, let me ask you about the themes that you wanted to explore in this film.
Okay, so like we started this film as a kind of longing for rebellion. With co-writer Łukasz Czapski, we turned 30 and we felt that we don't rebel anymore. So there was there was something in society, and like Polish people like have reasons recently to riot and to rebel. So we just like felt that we need to dig into a rebelling stuff, and then that's the beginning of Sebastian for us.
Right, and Bartosz, you play Sebastian, who is this young man. And it's interesting because we don't really know exactly what it is he's trying to express. We know his basic objectives to get onto live TV, and he's got some notes that apparently he wants to read from. But there's a lot of ambiguity about the character, and I was wondering, as an actor, does that make it more challenging or less challenging that you really have to figure out a character where there's nothing that explicit about him in a way?
I think it was a decision about the story by itself when we experienced it. But we had already built a huge world for that character with Kuba, with a backstory. We knew almost everything about this person. We had like previous 6 months already. We thought about it, and we knew what he went through and what he did and what was his intentions. So we were kind of prepared for that. But the rest of what we're experiencing it's more appealing when it's a mystery.
And I think I would think a great challenge as an actor is to summon that energy where you have to be prepared for violent action. And I don't think that would be easy to turn on. And it struck me also that your control of your breathing is very important in this, in communicating that.
Oh, that's really interesting because we had this idea that our character is stuttering, and he stuttered a lot back in his life, but now he's speaking normally. He went through the therapy, and one of the points in this therapy is that you practice your breathing. So we thought about really conscious breathing during the whole performance. So if it's there and you can feel it, it's really great for us.
Well, and Jakub, one of the unusual things about your film is I understand that you had like 4 to 6 weeks of rehearsal, which I think for a Hollywood film would be basically unheard of. Why was that important to you to have that, and how did it help realize the film?
Yeah, I think it's actors' film. So because it's like it's 3 or 4 hours of like actual action time. So there is just like this really little drops of a backstory here and there, and you just learn the characters from actions and from their behavior. So and I just like to improvise with actors, so rehearsals is better place to do it than the set, which is like time consuming, and I just really like to sit in a like front row and that's the director's perk, and like just watch the actors and see like how the words unveil. So yeah. It's not so common in Poland, I think, also like to rehearse a lot, but if we couldn't get to the characters and rehearsals, it's the way there won't be a story, and there won't be a film there. So we thought that it is crucial, and the second thing that was crucial for us is like doing it in chronological order, just to go through the story with those characters together.
Right, and also, as you see in the film, of course, there's a huge police presence that then infiltrates the studio as they try to resolve the situation, either through peaceful negotiation or potentially through violence. And I understand that you had a retired police negotiator who was part of the rehearsal process. Bartosz, was that useful to you?
That was really a breakthrough in our rehearsals. Really, we had the 4-hour-long improvisation with him. We set up this whole situation. He entered the room as a negotiator, and we've spent 4 hours just talking with him. And this was something that we would never thought of. Like the things that happened there were just present, and we really took a lot out of this experience.
Right, and there's also a really fascinating relationship of sorts that develops between the TV hostess, who's a kind of narcissistic character. Her name is Mira, and then I will pronounce his name Grigorz, which is not quite right. Forgive me, who's the security guard. But it seems like as people, they're all kind of adrift. Is that how you saw it, Jakub, as you were and your co-writer were working on the screenplay?
Yeah, it was like just like fascinating thing to like to observe, because like that's 3 people that would normally not meet in any circumstances. So just like closing their in a studio was like and watching like how the relationships built, and how those characters unveiled, if they will get closer to each other or not. It was like just like great experience, like just writing, but then when Bartosz, Magda, and Andrzej came on board and then and jumped into the characters, it was like fascinating process to see.
Yeah, I like the fact that Magda, she's playing this character named Mira, and at least in English, it's like the word mirror. And you think of a narcissistic person looking into the mirror. So it's kind of perfect. I don't know whether that was intentional or not, but
it wasn't, but it's like, yeah, I will just like stick to that.
It's a great idea. I really like it.
And Bartosz, working with Jakub, is a first-time director, and we know you. Many people in the U.S. know you for your work in Corpus Christi, which was Oscar nominated last year as Poland's international film entry in the Academy Award. So congratulations on that. But tell me about working with a first-time feature film director in Jakub.
That was just a big pleasure, really. He decided that he wants to work with me before even a premiere of Corpus Christi. So he just believed in what I brought to the whole topic of guy breaking into TV on New Year's Eve. And then, that was one of the castings that you're going on really excited, and you really want to take part in that story. So from there, it was just a wonderful experience, really. On the set with the actors that we knew each other already. We sat and we did it like democratically, really. We talked about every character, and Kuba was just also a great spirit, guiding us through this path. But we all went together, in my opinion.
So Kuba, that's your nickname, Jakob?
Yeah, that's the short version.
I like that. That's great. And just a final question for you both, starting with Jakob or Kuba. What does it mean to you to get into Sundance? I mean, especially with your first film, this is certainly a great honor.
Yeah, like so far it's like surreal, and we are not like coming to in person to Park City or LA this year, but so it will be like virtually. Yeah, so we've got like this feelings like waking up in the morning and like checking in emails and like, is it true or not? Maybe I was just dreaming. So yeah, it was like something like this at the beginning, and then the like really hard work began because we had like really strict time window to finish the film. So yeah.
I see. And for Bartosz, I mean, you had all that attention. I saw a photo of you at the Oscar luncheon from last year. So you've had a, experience of Hollywood and all that. But what does it mean to you to have your film in dramatic competition at Sundance?
I was really happy. I think I broke for a second. I was really happy about that. We've met a lot of people last year when I was in LA. We've met a lot of people coming back from Sundance, with winter jackets and talking about the great festival with a lot of wonderful people. And this year I was really excited also, but there was this little feeling of regret that we won't see those beautiful mountains, and we won't spend this time there. So okay, we can organize little Sundance here at home, but the experience is a little bit different.
It is for everyone. Well,
it's snowing outside in Warsaw right now, so it's like a little bit like in Park City already.
Very much so. I haven't checked out the snow conditions in Park City, but they're generally always great. So I want to thank you both, gentlemen, for joining us today, and congratulations to you on premiering your film Primetime in World Cinema Dramatic Competition. Thank you to Jakub Piątek, the director and co-writer, and to lead actor Bartosz Bilenia. A pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.